Hey guys, it's time for a Christmas book haul. All right, everybody, I have been locking in book hauls lately because I haven't been buying books for myself. However, for Christmas, I did get quite a bit of books and I received a book from the author as well. So I'm very excited to be delivering this book haul. Now, some of these I have already read, but I wanted them anyway. I needed them on my shelves, and so I'm very, very pumped to own them. If you guys watched my 12 by 12 video, you will know that Usman recommended Renia to me. And when I posted my little template, Carl was so kind to send me a hardback copy of this book. It is stunning, beautiful, love it, like just amazing. And I'm looking forward to this a lot because me and Usman have very similar reading tastes when it comes to like dark fantasy and stuff like that. So the halls of Ven are the seat of both knowledge and power in the great continent of Luna Ruinum. Renia, a scribe with a tragic past, spends her days expertly copying books that do little to satiate her desire for knowledge. When a fateful commission lands on her desk, she finds herself tasked with transcribing a book coveted by assassins from the southern continent. Its theft throws the scribing halls into chaos and threatens to destroy the fragile peace that exists between their nations. Haunted by dreams of her past, Renia must learn to master her impulses and awaken her long-dormant magical abilities if she is to prevent war. Fate, it would seem, is eager to grant her wishes, yet she must risk everything to pursue it and pay the bloody price it demands. So yes, tragic past. You know I love my trauma babies. Also, in almost every like reading challenge, we have a book with the main character as the title. Those are hard to fill. So here you go. Here you go. You have one. Very excited to get into this. Again, from my 12 by 12, we have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. Now, I don't feel like I need to get into what this is about. It's cozy fantasy about a coffee shop and an orc as the main character. Do we need to talk more about this? Because I know I don't read cozy all that much, but this was recommended to me and it was purchased for me for Christmas. A book that I absolutely loved and one of my favorite authors, How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Now, the reason that this 30% off sticker is there is because my husband was like, go pick the books that you want and I'll buy them. So when we were at Target, I picked up this one because I needed to have it on my shelves. It's, again, one of my favorite horror books by one of my favorite horror authors. So just needed to have it on my shelves. Now, my son, he did his best to buy me some books on his own, didn't look at any lists or anything like that. And I think he did a great job. The first that he picked up for me is Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. Now, he actually did pick these up, but he did not remove the stickers either because he's 11. But I am so excited for this. I loved the nature of witches so much. And one thing I love about Rachel Griffin's book that has nothing to do with the inside is that all of her books look like special edition books, like every single one of them. And then let's see, the end paper's back here. Like, you don't need a special edition because they're all so beautiful. But yeah, I have been looking forward to this book for quite some time. It was an anticipated read for me this year that I just didn't get around to. Not one of my most anticipated reads, but a very much anticipated read because I do like Rachel Griffin already. And if you guys have paid attention to what I usually am wearing, you will know skulls is a big thing for me. I have a purple skull sitting right over here. Like, skulls is just kind of my thing. So I totally get why he picked up Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. However, this is book 3, so I do need to get the other 2 books. I do think that just going on a whim, this was a very good choice. I have heard mixed things about this series though. So while I am very excited because my son was the one who picked it out for me, I am going to go into this knowing that it's probably not going to be a favorite for me, but still will probably really enjoy it. Okay, the rest of these came from either my sister or my niece, and they got mixed up, so I'm not exactly sure which one is which, except for these two. These two came from my sister, and they were recommended to me by my friend Izzy. She absolutely adores this series, and so I needed to read it. I actually have the audio for the first book, and I'm really pumped to see if I will enjoy this because they are romantic-y, however, they're not spicy from what I understand, and the actual Or maybe they're not even romantic-y. Maybe they're just romance. I think they're just romance, because now that I'm looking at them, I see the cityscape back here. Anyway, it's Kings of Sin is the actual series title, but it says CEO. The billionaire CEO never planned to marry until the threat of blackmail forces him into an engagement with a woman he barely knows. So CEO romance, maybe I'll like it, maybe I won't. My friend Izzy is now very concerned that she has recommended this to me, and I own the first 2 books. So one of my most anticipated reads would be Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. I loved One Dark Window. And so I actually, when this released, I sent it to my husband. I said, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. And he didn't, but my niece did. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If you don't know what One Dark Window is about, there is a girl who has a nightmare in her head who is leading her down the path that she is supposed to be going and trying to save her kingdom. And that's pretty much all you need to know going into it. There is a romance that ensues, kind of rivals to lovers, but I really, really liked love interest in this. I thought he was pretty great. And I liked Elspeth too, who's the main character. So very much looking forward to getting into this one. And a book I've already read and absolutely adored. You guys will be shocked whenever I get to my top 100, when I get up in the higher up numbers, or the lower numbers, I guess you could say, because I loved The Fractured Dark. I love this series so much. I'm in love. I'm in love. I had a moment with this book where I was like, what are you doing? And it turned out like I was just in a bad mood and I took my feelings out on the book. But this turned out to be a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it. I have the Blighted Stars, one of my most anticipated reads of next year's, the final book to this. So very, very excited to finally own this one. All right. And then the next one that my niece got me, I'm so excited for. I do have to read 3 books to get to this one. I've talked about it already. So it's been a while since I have read Night Angel. It's been a long while. I did reread the first book like last year or something like that, but I never continued. I ended up getting sidetracked with new books as opposed to rereads. But I now own Night Angel Nemesis, and so I'm very, very excited. I love Brent Weeks, and I love Night Angel. You guys have seen my special edition copy over there, so it's the solid black one. But I do love the revamped covers, though. Have you guys seen these? Those are so cool. But I do own a special edition of the Bind Up trilogy, so I don't need them. But I'm very, very excited for this, even though she a beast. I don't even know how many pages this is. I think it's like 800, almost 840 pages. Yeah. So we will get there though. I'm very excited, like I said. One of my most anticipated reads of this last year that I just never got around to reading. And that's just because I have to read the original trilogy again before I can read this one. Oh, and the book I was actually talked into via BookTube because of what they had to say about it. And I know Brandon Sanderson's not my favorite author, but guys, I love this freaking cover so much. So much. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. You guys know I plan to try this because this is Brandon Sanderson's attempt at a romance, and I'm very intrigued. Very, very intrigued. And I've heard people like Patrick say that this is one of his best of the 4 that were released this year. And I'm just excited. I'm so excited. I have heard very recently that it reads a little slice of life. I might not like that, especially from Brandon Sanderson. So we'll see, but it's gorgeous and I own it and I'm excited. And then my mother got me a book, and it's one I'm excited to own and have read, and that would be Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Now, you guys will have already seen this on my top 100 because it comes in at like 85, 86, somewhere around in there, 87, I don't know. But this is one of the most addictive series I've ever read. So I have to put it in my favorites list because even though it's flawed, it is flawed and I adore it. I can acknowledge its flaws, but I still really, really enjoyed it. All right, that is it for my book haul. I hope you guys have a lovely day. I hope you got everything that you wanted for Christmas as well. Remember, all of my Patreon stuff is going to kick off in January, so if you are interested, just click the link down below and join my Patreon. Bye.